Okay, be honest. How many times have you said yes when you wanted to say no? How many times have you dropped something for people who wouldn't even do the same for you? I used to do that all the time until I realized something. The more I put myself last, the more people got comfortable treating me like an afterthought. And that was my fault because you teach people how to treat you. So today I am giving you the permission that you have been waiting for. It's time to put you first. Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And in today's video, I am going to guide you on how to prioritize yourself. If you are ready, let's get started. Okay, first, let me share my story with you. I used to say yes all the time. Like, yes girl, I always be yes girl, okay? Need a favor? Yes. Want me to drop something? Yes. Need emotional support? Yes, I will be there. But when I need something, that's when I realize something. If I don't put myself first, no one else will. Listen, I used to have this one friend of mine, okay? We were really close. So every time she going to call me and complain about her ex-boyfriend, you know, the type that treat her like shit, she will call me and say about the same thing. Every time I pick up her call, I know the conversation before she even said a word. Oh, can you believe what he did to me this time? He did this again. Oh, I don't know what I want to do. I can guess the situation like this because I know the pattern, right? So every time she called me and complained about the same problem, I would just say, girl, just leave him because you deserve better. But she never did. And so the cycle continued. Call after call, late night rants, crying session that left me more exhausted than her. At first, I thought I was just being a good friend, right? Because that was a good friend do. They listen, they support, they help. But after years of doing this, I realized something. Every time I pick up her call, I wasn't just listening to her problem. I was letting her drain me. I was putting her feelings above mine, even when it was at my own expense. And I kept showing up for someone who wouldn't even showing up for herself. And for what? That's when I realized I wasn't putting myself first. So one day I stopped pick up her call. It's not because I didn't care about her, but it's because I finally started caring about me. And that's when everything changed. Because the truth is, honey, if you don't put yourself first, no one else will. And if you keep giving your energy to people who drains you, you will have nothing left for yourself. So ask yourself, who in your life that drains you? Who's in your life that taking more than they giving? And ask yourself, why are you allowing it? Because trust me, once you start choosing you, everything else will fall into place. Of course, when I say putting yourself first, I don't mean ignoring others or being selfish. I mean making yourself a priority in your own life. Because too often, we bend over backward for people who wouldn't even do the same for us. We stay in the situations that drains us, ignore our own needs to keep other people feel comfortable. And then what happened? We end up exhausted, resentful, and stuck. Putting yourself first is mean choosing you, your peace, your happiness, your growth without guilt. It's about making a decision about what's best for you, not about what others expect from you. It means saying no when something doesn't align with you, saying no when someone is not right for you, saying no to the friendships that only take from you, saying no to the job that you feel like is not good for your mental health. Because when you prioritize yourself, you set tone for other people to treat you. And the best part, the right people will understand and support that. So how can you prioritize yourself? Let's get into it. First, you set boundaries, okay? Having boundaries for yourself will protect you from a lot of things in your life. You gotta put yourself first and stop caring what other people will think about you. When you put yourself first, you recognize when something is taking more than it's giving from you. This could be a certain relationship, friendship, or, family members or in workplace. Setting boundaries mean what you will and won't tolerate in your life. And sticking into it. You don't have to be available all the time to anybody or say yes just to keep peace. No, you don't have to do that. For example, right? If your friends like to call you last minute, but you don't feel like doing that, just stop doing it, okay? Maybe you used to do this like before, but now setting boundaries for your own peace, for your peace of mind, for yourself. You feel like, okay, you need to make a schedule in order to see me. You do that, okay? And stop thinking what they're gonna think if you suddenly change. Because listen, people will understand your boundaries, okay? You have to make sure that you have boundaries for yourself. And if they're angry with you for having boundary, remember, those people is the group of people who benefiting from you not having boundaries for yourself. Having a boundaries and stick to it. If you don't want to do something, you don't have to do it. Okay. Next, you learn to say no without feeling guilty. Listen, no is a full sentence. Okay. You don't owe anybody an explanation. If you don't want to do something, you simply just say no because I don't want to, and that's it. And if somebody comes at you and asks why you don't want to do that, you used to do this anymore, you simply just answer because I don't want to. I don't need to explain why. No is enough. People who love you will understand and respect your choice. So don't feel guilty of, oh, what are people going to think of me? Maybe people will think like I'm a bad person. Maybe people will think like, oh, I'm not there for them. And stop thinking about that and change your mindset and think about it this way. People who love you will try to understand you no matter what. They will be there and support and respect you. And because they know that you would do the same for them as well. So say no without feeling guilty and stop feeling bad for saying no. Because every time you say yes to anyone else, who are you saying no to? Exactly, yourself. And you shouldn't put yourself last, honey. Trust me, I used to be in that position and it did not do me any good, okay? Once I start putting myself first and see myself as a priority in everything, I attract only good things to my life. I attract better people to my life. I attract better partner, better friendships. Everything in my life is better than when I did not have boundaries or I did not learn to say no without feeling guilty. And people who's out of my life, they are not my people, honey. They're just a group of people who take from me more than they're giving. And that's why now they're not in my life anymore. And I am okay with that because why would I want to hang out with people who only take from me, who not reciprocate things with me? So stop feeling guilty for saying no and realize that people who love you will be there and understand and respect your choice. An example of this, like, okay, let's say a friend invites you to the events that you don't feel like going because you feel like, oh, they're friends. It's not your vibes of friends and you don't want to just go there and sitting and just, like make faces and pretend like you're happy. Why you feel miserable and you don't want to be in that position again. You just simply say no, decline properly and just say, okay, I don't want to. That's it. Okay, choose yourself every time. Always put yourself first. Always ask yourself, like, do you really want to do this? If no, or if you have something comes up in your mind and you feel like, nah, I don't feel like doing that. That's it. No is a full sentence. Never feel guilty about it. Okay. Next. Prioritize your own needs, okay? This one is really, really important. Start asking yourself, what do I really want? And start listening to it. Stop neglecting yourself. Just thinking about it like this. Who is it going to be with you for the rest of your life? Not your mom, not your sister, not your friends. But you, honey, you will be with you for the rest of your life. So stop neglecting that person. Treat her as the best friend, okay, that you've ever got because she will be with you for the rest of your life. Just imagine for old people, right? Think about this. Stay with me, okay? Old people right now, right? Let's say they are probably like 80, 90s and then when their friend like just, pass away already, they already have themselves left on this earth, right? So if you don't understand and if you don't prioritize yourself, if you don't treat yourself as your bestest friends on earth, who else will? So stop neglecting yourself and put yourself first. Asking yourself, do you really want to do this? Do you really want to go to this event? If the answer is no, you already know what you have to do. Stop neglecting yourself for the sake of other people. You important too. And start making choices that align with your happiness. And remember, your happiness doesn't have to make sense to anybody. Your happiness is yours. It's the one that you have to feel happy and content with, okay? You don't have to follow the society or you have this thing and you're going to be happy. You have this partner, you're going to be okay. You have this job, you're going to be happy. Are you sure about that? You start being with yourself. You ask yourself, what do you really want out of this life? What do you want to do? It doesn't have to make sense to anybody but you, okay? So that's why I want you to treat yourself as a best friend because you are your best friend, honey. So stop neglecting yourself and start prioritizing you. The last and the most important of all, stop responsible for other people's feelings. Their disappointment is not your problem, okay? They have to deal with their feelings, same as you have to deal with yours. And you are not responsible for how other people treat your boundaries. You are not. If someone gets upset because you're having boundaries, that is their issues, not yours. You can be kind without overextending yourself. Their emotions are there to handle, just like yours are yours. and realize that you can't control what other people react to your boundaries. You can't control what other people will think of you. It's not your baggage to hold, honey. If they think you're a bad person because you're having boundaries, let them. If they think you're a bad person because you're saying no for the thing they want you to be in, for the events they want you to be, because you wanted to protect your mental health, let them. I had a friend, right, who stopped being friend with me because I unfollow her on social media. There was a time when I feel so overwhelmed on everything. So I unfollow everybody. I mean everybody, until my followings have like 0. At that point, I unfollow everybody. So this one friend of mine, she figured out that, oh, I didn't really follow anybody. So she kept it with herself and she got upset. One day I called her and she would speak up. So she confessed to me that she got upset because I unfollowed her. So I explained to her that I unfollow everybody. I don't have anything against you, or it's not personal. It seemed she took it too hard and she got so upset because she was thinking that a friend's supposed to follow one another, right? But at that time, I don't really feel like follow anybody, including my family. So I stopped. And as a creator, I feel so overwhelmed because I was like be with my phone all the time. And sometimes I want to really like see what I want to see. I am not interested in anybody's life. I already explained my side of the story. It's because of I want to do this for my mental health. But she did not understand. And okay, and I respect that. One day she just stopped answering my phone and she just, like don't want to talk to me. And I was asking, okay, what's going on? Because for me, I had nothing left, right? So she was like, okay, I got upset because of this, because of that. And she did not want it to fix the problem. She would just simply say, I don't want to be your friends anymore. And I was shocked. But yeah, I will not force anybody to be in my life if they want to walk away. The door is open. I cannot stop, your thinking or your thought that you have about me. But now it's like, a year passed and I realized that, wow, if some people really want to walk out of your life for small things, you just let them. Just let them be. Just let them go. I cannot control that, So yeah, I am not responsible for how she feel about me. I am responsible for how I feel about me. And yeah, and that's just how it is. And I was like, okay, if you want to walk out, the door is open. If you want to stay, stay. I don't mind. I get to a point where I just let things be. Just, okay, whatever you want to do it. Because I did my past. The best part that I could possibly be, I can only deal with my responsibility. So yes, I wanted to tell you that, girls, you cannot control of how other people react to you or how other people think of you. It's not your baggage to hold, okay? If they feel bad, if they're upset, if they have like a hard feeling towards you, you try to fix things, but they don't want to because, they simply just already committed to misunderstand you. You cannot change their mind, okay? So let it be. Whatever they think, it has nothing to do with you. It has everything that they have to do with themselves. One of the most important things that I learned about life is this. You can control how people react to you. You can't control how other people think of you. But what you can control is how you deal with yourself. Remember, just because someone is unhappy with your decision doesn't mean you have done something wrong. Sometimes closed door from God is a protection, okay? Believe in your journey and let things be. Their disappointment isn't your problem. Okay, and put yourself first. Always put yourself first, because that's how you're going to get everything in your life, guys. The more you respect your own needs, the more you attract people who respect them too. So stop over-explaining, stop feeling guilty, and start choosing yourself every single day. Because honey, if you don't, who will? That's it, guys, in today's video. I hope you guys get something out of this, and I hope this video helpful for you. I hope it reminds you to choose yourself first. And remember, when you put yourself first, that when everything starts to fall into place. I love you so much, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.